Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 13 of Eden's Realm. So as you can see, I have gotten quite a bit done in between episodes. This entire building has been built, and, well, I was gonna fly up there, but it's pretty tall, and it's pretty big. There's a whole lot of rooms in here. I went ahead and put in all of the different types of floors and stuff, and in between each floor, I left like a two and a half block area so that I could put in some wiring for future create stuff, etc. And I also set up all of our create stuff up here. So we have our press, which we can just put stuff in here and it'll press it. And we also have our fan over here with lava and water, and we can wash something or melt it if we need to. Everything is getting powered by a fan, or not a fan, what's it called? A windmill? Yes, a windmill that is on top here. So I kind of added a little bit of decoration up on top. You got some like AC units, and then there's this big fan, and this is basically getting power to everything down here. Eventually, I want to add a second fan. I made enough of where they are, there they are, the sails so that we can make more of those, and it'll be able to power quite a bit. I think if I have two fully powered up ones, you can only have up to 128 on the sail before it stops giving you more power. So that's why I have these left over. But then also down below here, in our first level of the basement, we have the ore room. So because I have that open door up there, it's not as atmospheric as I like it. I have a plan to fix that later on. But you can see we have all of our ores in, and I'm actually getting pretty close to having all of the ores. I have all of them except for these two right here, which I think are Pizzanite and Sparkletine. So hopefully we will be able to get those soon. But yeah, Painite is looking good. A couple of the rare ones. I only have one Ashium, and I actually have two Echo Ores, so that's pretty good. I need to take some Painite though, because we are going to be making a... Actually, I probably need more than that. We are going to be making a repair core. My chest plate is down to about 50 HP, or I guess durability, and I need to repair it. If we take a look here, you can see it's on 53, and I have a lot of repairs on it. Don't have any good chest plates over here that I really want to mess around with. So I think the best bet is to just make a repair core, which means we need a whole lot of painite. Okay, that should definitely be enough. We need 4 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we get our extraordinary painite. And then what else do we need? We need some essence and vaulterite. So essence I definitely have plenty of, but vaulterite we're going to have to make. And while it looks like this is actually an easier recipe, I think early on this is going to be our best recipe, because right now I am flush with scrap of both types and the chromatic iron. See, so there's our 6, and now a repair core. And we should just be able to put it in the anvil, right like that. We do lose a little bit of durability, I think. Nope, we actually don't. So, all in all, pretty good. Chest plate completely repaired, and with that 5% item quantity and 5% rarity, it is a super good chest plate, and I'm happy to have it. Also, in between episodes, I was doing, I was looking at quests in our questing table, or not quest, bounty table, and I found 3 that I could just submit chromatic iron for, and so I got them all. So we can open these, should get some good stuff. We did get a whole lot of gold, which is super nice. The chromatic steel is probably the biggest thing that I was looking for, and an unidentified chestplate, which I probably should have opened before I did this, but we shall see. And yeah, the chestplate is not that good. The sword, I don't think it's any better. It's not a terrible sword, but it could be higher. Alrighty, so we have our cake hunt objective, and I'm going to put this on the vault crystal. Should give us a little bit of a fun thing, and while we're definitely not going to get either of these monoliths that time, we can definitely try and kill zombies, so I think that's our best bet. And I'm basically ready to run a vault, so I'll grab all my stuff and let's hop on in. And there's our bounty already. Well, I forgot my water bucket, and eventually it came to bite me in the back. It is a shame. I was enjoying that, and I actually found the exit thingy. I don't know what it's called, but found the exit cake thing. But I died. It is a shame. Not a super good vault. And I lost all my stuff? What? I thought... Oh, no. Wait. Vault Spirit? I'm confused. Okay, so apparently there's this thing called an extractor. I just had it up. Yes, the spirit extractor. And I can use this and my ghost here to, I suppose, resurrect myself. I'm a little bit confused by it because I thought I still had my, uh, like, revive, but how much does it cost? I mean, I do want it back. Apparently I have to pay in bulk gold. I have quite a bit. How much? Oh, okay, sweet. It only costs 2. So then I... Ah, interesting. I wonder if it is a bug that I actually died because I should have kept my... No, I can't even remember the name of it. But I wonder if it's a bug or maybe just you always can die in cake vaults. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. But anyways, glad we could get our stuff back. I'm still quite bamboozled because I, for some reason, didn't get my sword back. Slightly confused about that. I don't know where it disappeared to. I don't know. I don't know because it said something here about not getting my sword back. I don't understand. I think I'm just gonna deal with it later. Make myself a new sword. But we can check and see what we got. Not a whole ton, because I only went through a couple of rooms and I didn't fully loot them all. But, oh, here's my gear. That explains it. Oh, and I didn't even notice I was missing these. Jeez. Okay, that's at least nice. Sweet. That saves me quite a bit of work. And pretty bad jewel. Okay. Well, we at least got everything back, and now we can move on with our lives. On the bright side, though, we can claim our bounty. Solid. Not a ton of good stuff, but at least something. So if I grab this iron sheet, we should be able to make a thing of super glue, which is a create thing. If you don't know how it works, basically it allows you to attach things like a big block like of multiple things without having to use sticky pistons or any other things. You can just like glue there and then go to there. It's kind of nice and it's super useful. But on this case, what we're going to want to do is I need to clear up this space so that I can put a wall in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach a bearing here, a mechanical bearing here, and we're going to run some sort of block to here like this. We'll glue this together, and then we'll glue the door, these 3 blocks here, to this, and we'll have it so that the door can swing open and sit right here, and then it can also swing closed. It'll take a little bit of fiddling around, but I think I can figure out how to do it. Alright, so I've got it working in principle. You can see it here, and then I click, and it slides to here. We have a perfectly white ball, all nice. And then if I go back the other way, you can see it sets right in. So it's nice and simple that it'll automatically slap in or snap into place. So I don't have to worry about getting the exact amounts right. But what I think I'm going to have to do is put a clutch here and then find a way to transmit a redstone signal so that it changes the direction it goes every other time. It might be a little bit difficult and it may involve some finicky redstone, but that's why I have this space here. Alright, so after about an hour's worth of head scratching and messing around in this world, I finally got it. So it's a not very inconspicuous button, but right like that, and then it swings open. Super cool. And then also we can come inside and close it. Awesome. It's pretty self-explanatory. The redstone, on the other hand, is not. It is a jumbled mess. It took me the longest time to figure this out. I forget exactly what it's called, but basically you pulse it with a button once, and then it changes position. Basically like an on-off switch, but done with a button. And that took forever. I thought there was a way to do it with just 2 droppers and not the hoppers, and I could not figure it out. But what we have here is we have a clutch that unpowers. It turns it one direction, and then this gets pulsed about 8 ticks later, or 16 game ticks later, and it switches for the next time, and then it goes back and does it again. So you can kind of see it working up here. May not be super self-explanatory, but who knows. The redstone is a little bit of a jumbled mess, but overall, I'm actually quite happy with it. Eventually, I plan to not have this ladder here, and I'm actually planning to do elevators in the middle. So we will have elevators that we can just jump up and down from, and that will basically negate our need for all of this randomness. But overall, super happy with it, and I think it's a good addition because it doesn't add too much to the outside, which is mostly what I was afraid of. Now, we have spent a lot of time messing around with Create today, and I am ready to run another vault. So I've prepared another regular vault crystal, and I've actually got myself my water bucket. So let's go ahead and do it. Alright, cutting it down a little bit to the wire here, but I got a lodestone. Complete it, and now I want to run. Let's see if I can get anything over here. May have been too far. There was a dungeon though. Oh, well, I'm not getting in. Yikes. Goodness gracious. No coin piles, but tons of chests. 137. And if we take a look, 25 living chests. It was crazy. That was just a whole lot. Yeah, we made it to level 20. Completed our quests. That's super good. I couldn't have hoped for anything better. That vault went extraordinarily well. We didn't end up completing our monolith quest because I obviously didn't have a monolith vault, but we did get a whole ton of loot. So, first of all, a whole lot of good stuff in here. It's pretty good. Tons of useful stuff. Nothing too exciting though in here. This is the exciting one. I got over 3 stacks of the chromatic iron ore, which is really big. I got a pizzanite ore, so we can finally fix our thing down there, and we're just stuck with or not a scallium, it's sparkletine. We also got over a stack of knowledge essence, which is super good, plus a bunch of gear pieces, which we will be able to identify, and 2 blessings. Pretty cool. Now we can open this. Ooh, some rare gear. Alright, alright. Okay. Bad jewel. Bad jewel. Not great. Bad. Not great. Oh, epic plus chestplate. That's what I need. A rare shield. Not great. Okay. Not terrible all around. But we can go ahead and identify our gear here in a second. None of that is worth keeping out. Let's go ahead and identify it. Okay. So, sword. I don't think it's much better than our regular sword. Yeah, our sword is definitely better than this one. Is a shame. 4 velocity and 4.1 range. Yeah, ours is better, but we could try and re-roll it. I don't think it'd be worth it though. Shield, 6 resistance. Healing cloud when hit. That might be pretty good. There's a lot of good stuff on this. Might be worthwhile. May want to keep a look at it. Leggings. Ours are definitely better. Chestplate. My other one is better. 11 attack damage. That's a low roll. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Another magnet. Ooh, wow. 6 velocity with 4.2 range and an extra range. Okay, that might be a good replacement magnet. It's not better than the one we have, since the one that we have gives us mining speed, but that is a pretty good one. And for the chestplate, oh my goodness, that's what, 11 armor, healing efficiency, and knockback resist, trap disarm. You know, if we could re-roll the suffixes and get something better. Yeah. I have to remember exactly what to do. Yeah, this might be worth it though. Alright. I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to use this to add a random modifier. So it should add it to that empty suffix down at the bottom. And soulbound. I don't know. The 5% item quantity and item rarity is just super good. I think what we'll do is we will save this, and eventually we will use it later on down the line. I don't think I want to use it right now because the item quantity and rarity is super good, but once we start getting hit by more chunky mobs later on down the line in the vaults, it may be more important to have that. So we have 2 skill points and an expertise point to spend. And with the skill points, I've looked through and there's not anything that I feel is super necessary. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another level in Vein Miner and another level in Dash. I think that'll be helpful throughout the vaults and also in the regular Minecraft world. And hopefully we won't feel the need to really lose out on anything. For our expertise point, I kind of want to take experienced. That would be pretty good in my opinion. But I think jeweler is actually going to be the best bet, because we saw last episode that whenever I was crafting jewels, I lost them a whole lot to that 50% chance. And if we could get even all the way up to that 24% chance extra, I think that would be super good. And so it's going to be a long term investment, but I think it's going to be worth it. I also have enough knowledge essence to craft myself another vault crystal. So, or not a vault crystal, a knowledge point. Knowledge star, here we go. That, that. We need 8 of these. 8. And knowledge star. Awesome. And with that, we are going to be taking, where is it? Elevators. So, if you've never seen this elevator mod before, it's pretty cool. They basically allow you to just stand on a block and jump to a block somewhere within the range of 16 above you. It's this is actually a little bit more expensive than I would like, but I think it will be worth it. Sweet, we got a whole lot of Larimar out of that. I think I'm gonna do 7 to start with. I don't remember how many floors we have over there, but I think that this will be enough to get us started. If I do elevator, I will need to go back in and recolor them, but I think it'll be okay. So basically, what we'll do is we're going to place it directly in the middle. So, oh my goodness, that is the worst mistake I have ever made. Okay, so if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't think it's just this, because this isn't mine here. I think that this is a 12 by 13 room, and it was definitely supposed to be 13 by 13. Ah, goodness gracious. Or maybe it's supposed to be 17 by 17. I don't remember. But either way, it is not the correct size. So that means that these are going to have to be off center. What I think I'm going to do just for symmetry's sake is go in between these two. So if we go here, means this one will go here. And then if we run downstairs, I'll have to get something to cover that up. I wasn't thinking about it whenever I made this the ceiling. But if I break this, and then I place it, what we can do is we can jump, and you zip right to the next level. So I can do that with all of the following levels here as well. So it is installed now. I'm going to have to take care of that ladder here in a second, but we can just zip around. Floor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 floors, all in all, looks pretty cool. We got this rolling up here, and I love the fact that it powers everything throughout the building. So I've got like little sections where I can just sneak in all the power and stuff. I can close my door, and nobody will be able to bother me. We have certainly got a lot done this episode. Not as much vaulting as I would have liked, but a whole lot of stuff around the base, and namely all of our create stuff has been set up. Hopefully in the next episode we'll be able to dive a little bit more into that and also run a whole lot more vaults. I'd like to do a montage towards the beginning of like a couple, 3 or 4 vaults. We will have to see if I have time to do that. But in other words, thank you very much for watching. I put this elevator here so I can easily zip back and forth and fly off the top of the building. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again in the next one. Take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.